So last week we launched our new season, which typically is our autumn-winter season. What's coming up in the autumn, because September's always traditionally the big month for coming back to the theatre. But actually, we've had to put in an extra bit into the season because we have this huge jam-packed summer happening before the autumn season even happens. So a number of things. Obviously, Stones is playing at the minute, as you've said, but we have a couple of really, really interesting shows coming here. Some for a couple of nights as a tryout for Edinburgh Fringe and then heading off to Edinburgh. Some which are here for a full week or a couple of weeks. So British Music Theatre is bringing Breadboy back. So I say back. They had Paperboy here for a couple of years. This is the wonderful
McAuley's life story, really.
Yes,
isn't
his
it?
memoir.
Yeah.
And Tony has worked alongside Duke Special to do the music for this. So this is a wonderful platform for young people, but also in itself a great show. So Breadboy will be playing here at the end of July. We also have Mungos The Ladys.
Right. So I know this. It was a Grimes and McKee thing for years, wasn't it?
Exactly. So it's the same format. It's St Mungo's Gaelic Football Club, but they've now got a ladies team. So they've actually partnered up with Caroline Curran, who herself is just a brilliantly comic actress.
And who you'd all know as Maggie Muff, really, won't they?
They will indeed. But it's an absolute genius pairing, really, for Connor, Alan and Caroline. And she's leading the ladies team at St Mungo's, so you can imagine the hilarity that ensues.
Yes. Now, Claire, I believe we've got a special clip coming up now from the new St Mungo's show, haven't we?
Yes. So Caroline, Connor and Alan give us a wee sneak snippet into the show last week at the launch.
I am very proud to stand here and say we have a Lady St Mungo's team.
Oh.
So what that means is we need players. Yep, that's right. Of all abilities and all ages. I'm looking at you, big lad. Yep, you look like you can stand at the back and watch us. From the ages of 16 to 30. We also need coaches, physios, backroom staff.
Hey, kit mom.
Kit woman.
That's you out.
We'll be training on a Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. So please check the club WhatsApp for all the details. I can't wait to get started. And now that we've dragged St Mungo's into the 21st century. So thank you and up the women! Yes.
Is that you finished?
That's me now.
Can I carry on now?
Yes, off you go.
Right, okay, so
Hang on 1 minute.
We're going to make a draw. We're
Never
making a
mind the draw.
What?
First I have heard of a women's team in St Mungo's.
We'll discuss that at the next committee
We'll
meeting.
not discuss it in any committee meeting. It's a bit of big news and I don't know nothing about it. We'll discuss it right here, right now.
We're way over there where people can't hear us. Go on. You. Right, what's your problem?
When did this women's team come about?
The swimming team.
Excellent. So what else have we got to look forward to then?
So we have Michael Cameron, if you remember, was here with Ruby just before.
I love that show, and Libby in it as well. Brilliant, brilliant.
And I think the last time we did this interview was just around that time that he was putting it on, or had just put it on at the Lyric at the start of 2020. So Michael is back with a new play, Carson and the Lady, which again has had a number of sort of outdoor tryouts over lockdown, and is a really beautiful piece. So that will be playing for a week in August. We also have Muldoon's Picnic. So Paul Muldoon will be coming with a host of celebrity guests to the main stage at the Lyric. And we have a great, some really, really brilliant topical, hilarious new writing. So Shedding of Skin is playing at the minute. Two Fingers Up is a great piece. I know you're going to have the team in a couple of weeks to talk about that. Absolutely brilliant. And Paul Curry, who is the sort of madcap genius who is putting on his show, The Chorus of Ghosts Living in My Skull.
Brilliant, okay. We look forward to all that. We're going to take a look at some new writing a little bit later on. Paddy Kielty is also coming back, isn't he? Paddy
Kielty is coming back. So Paddy was here at the start of the year, and it was an out-and-out kind of sellout, really straight away. And I have to say, I was always going to go, of course, as Paddy Kielty, but I think I assumed what I would go to see. It'd be really funny, and It's actually not only really funny and properly, cheeks really, really sore, but really clever.
It's more than a stand-up show, isn't it?
It really is. And he's a really intelligent writer and he's a brilliant performer.
Well, I remember seeing him in A Night in November as well, which he was brilliant in.
Of course,
yeah.
Indeed, yes, absolutely. And he's back home now, so I know he's now living, close to home. I think he's in London. But it's just great. It's brilliant to have him back, and it's wonderful to have him in the building as well. He's great to work with.
So Claire, moving on to something else now. Tell us about David Ireland's new play.
This is coming in October. So David Ireland, we all know, a friend of the Lyric and a really great supporter, was one of our artists in residence for a while. He, if you remember seeing Cypress Avenue, which featured Jerry Adams, and a very black comedy and absolutely brilliant. This is a brand new play by David's called Yes, So I Said Yes, and it doesn't feature Jerry, it features Stephen Nolan. So you can only imagine what that will be. That'll be a fantastic play coming. It's coming from the Finborough Theatre.
Right.
So we are hosting it here at the Lyric, and we're thrilled that David is coming back.
Brilliant. Okay, what else have we got then?
Our Naughton Studio, which is a wonderful space, really, really experimental, can be a kind of every configuration, and allows writers and producers really to just go to town in there. And it's a new play by Paul McVeigh called Big Man. And that will happen in October through to November as part of the Belfast International.
And I know people are starting to talk about that already. I've seen lots of stuff on social media about that. So it's going to sell quickly, that one, isn't it?
It is. Well, Paul is a really acclaimed writer. So I guess, he has been writing, and he's a novelist. And that's kind of his background now. But as he said last week during the launch, actually he started writing plays. So he's going back again to a format, a genre that he hasn't done in a long time, but he has this whole big writing community and fan base coming with him. So yes, that'll be a wonderful piece.
Okay, we're going to look ahead to Christmas already, aren't we?
I know. Well, as you know, Christmas is a really special time at the Lyric. So it's usually the first time or the only time our audiences ever come to the theatre. And if they come, that is the one special moment. So we are very much about making it a magical experience for families, but also for those who want to come and have a really good time. So we have tons going on as usual. The Snow Queen, a beautiful new family musical spectacular by Paul Boyd. Obviously, we've worked with him for the last couple of years, and really they have been just growing and growing every single year. That's going to be absolutely beautiful.
And there's always a festive Grimes and McKee somewhere, isn't there?
The kings of Christmas. what can we say? It feels as if it just would be a gap without them.
Yeah.
So yes, they will come and bring some of their Christmas hilarity and a little bit of chaos to their Christmas Craic'er this year. So one certainly for the evenings, and there'll be selected performances throughout Christmas for that. And then we also are using our Naughton Studio, because last year we had Pigeon and Plums cabaret in there, and it was such a success. So backed by very popular demand, Pigeon and Plums will also be performing a number of selected dates over Christmas as well.
We've got so much to look forward to. We really have, haven't we?
I know. It's great. We're so proud of it. We're so proud of the programme. But also, we're just so grateful as well that our audiences have been coming back. We're getting full houses in Stones. We had been for Translations there, which is our co-production of the Abbey Theatre just recently. And it's wonderful. It's great. It's wonderful to see everybody coming back and really embracing the magic of live theatre.